think I'm going to get out today and do some practice bowling and work on some specific things. One of the things that I became aware of early in the season, maybe sometime a little bit after Christmas, no, it was probably before then, I don't know, around that time, is I bowled like a 125 game. Now, last year and the year before I was averaging 203, so I bowled a 125 during league, and I was struggling even to shoot 500 on my series, which was just not only embarrassing, but I was very disappointed in myself. And so my teammates were upset. They said, hey, you need a new ball. Well, I knew it wasn't the ball, but I went ahead and bought a new one. And I still bowled bad. So I said, I got to put some time into this. I need to do some things different. And so I started talking to a dude that averages 230 or 226 or up there in the high twos. He's just consistent. He's shooting big numbers. And I said, dude, what do you do? He practices a few times a week, or at least once a week, and he bowls in 2 or 3 leagues. I said, what do you do to get these scores? If you wouldn't mind meeting me out here one day and let's practice a few games. Well, I practiced with him, and he was doing some things different. And I started doing those things different. Now, my big problem, and I'm going to probably do some videos later on this, is my balance is off. When I'm at the line, I'm falling off to the right. I'm a right-handed bowler, and I'm walking up on my approach, and then I fall off on the line. So number one for me is keeping balance. The other thing is I finish way behind the foul line. I'd like to bring my slide all the way up to the line. For some reason, I finish about 2 or 3 feet in front of the line. I guess there's a fear of going over the line. So I moved myself up in the approach a little bit. I still finish about a foot or 2 behind the line. That's just the way I like it. The other thing that I need to do is consistently roll that ball over the mark, the indicator. You pick the indicator that you want the ball to go over so that it goes down and breaks. And that's true on the spares. I also purchased a spare ball, which is a ball that will just go straight. I use that at the 10 pins, and because I was trying to pick up a 10 pin with a ball that breaks a lot, and it just hooked off the lane even when I tried to kill it. This other ball goes so straight that I'll miss it right a lot. I'll dump it in the gutter so easily. So I have to almost think of visually hitting left of my target. So if I stand all the way left and that ball goes right down over the middle arrow, I'll pick up the 10 pin. If I miss that middle arrow, it's going to miss the 10 pin. So the key is just make sure that ball rolls over there. A couple other little things that I'll get into. This shirt that I'm wearing is what I typically wear to work, a button down. I decided I used to just bowl in these things, and long sleeves. I figured if I'm going to get better at bowling, I need to wear a shirt that I can breathe in a little bit. Sometimes I'll wear a t-shirt. Other times it's just a plain old polo golf shirt. Something that has some flexibility, and I'd never play golf in this kind of a shirt. Why should I bowl in it? And I see some people that bowl in shorts and different things. Now, I don't go to that extreme. I wear my regular slacks, but I just wear a comfortable shirt. It gives me a little bit more movement. And the other key things that I work on, and I'll probably be fine-tuning today, is when I'm releasing the ball. I'm aware when I do a video, and I'll do a video of my swing, my miss is when I'm transitioning down into the downswing. I try to hit the ball too early, and therefore my arm pops out. It's called a chicken wing. So you need to keep I need to keep my arm swing under my shoulder, and sometimes shortening the backswing will keep me in line. But if I get too floppy out there on my downswing, that thing will pop out. I can still bowl good, but I'm very inconsistent. So those are a couple big keys for me. Oh, and one more is a deep knee bend, and that keeps me balanced. My big problem was standing too upright, and so When I'm doing my approach and I'm standing too upright, that causes me to fall off at the finish. I can't hold my finish. I lose my balance because I'm too far up. So deep knee bend, which requires the quadriceps, you got to use your muscles in your legs to do that. So it is a little bit more strenuous, but it does pay off. So if I can get a deep knee bend, I can stay down on my target really good and watch that ball roll over the line. And then I try to, right at the release point, I get my thumb to come out of the ball and I lift. In my hand, I'm not a big cranker. I don't get like this and do all that stuff. My whole position is like I'm shaking hands. So I'm having the ball, and I'll go over this later. My hand is on the side of the ball, so I lift straight up and it gives it a nice little curve, and it works well for me. I can put as much on that ball as I need to. The only time I come under it is when I'm trying to kill the revolutions on the ball and just kind of lift straight up. And when I'm using that, I try to lead with the pinky. So when I release, I'm going to come straight up with the pinky, and that ball's going to kind of roll end over end. It's not going to have the side roll. When I'm on the side of it, I'm going to lift and give it that side roll, so it's going to go down and come in at a nice angle. So those are the things that I need to work on, and it has helped me. When I've practiced, I've had some really good series. I've had a 700 series. I've been averaging, since practicing, well over 200 now. And so it does make a difference. Just even if you get out there and roll 1 or 2 games, it's being out there and focusing. It's like going to the driving range, so you can work on your shot making skills.